Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Strawberry Hill Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Simmons, and as always, we're here at the Shop Cigar Lounge. Like I tell you every episode, come and see us. Live jazz music every weekend. Lots of good stuff. Come see us, especially with the holidays. Before we get started, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Make sure you follow us on all social media platforms at Strawberry Hill Podcast. And today, we got some bourbon people in, y'all. We got Mr. Derrick and Richie from 19th Hole Bourbon. Thank you guys for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. So before we get started and before we start, diving into this bourbon, which looks delicious, tell me a little bit about, about yourselves, where you're from, where you grew up, and yada, yada. I don't care who starts. It's all up to you.
I'll start out. Yeah, absolutely. Derrick Matson, man. I was born right here in Wyandotte County. Went to Turner High School, graduated 2009. But yeah, just kind of been a couple different places, in my life, kind of traveled a little bit, but, I've always came back home. So I'm here, and just living it.
Cool. What about you, Richie?
KCK, born and bred.
Here we go.
I'm a
We got
BPU guy now.
Wyandotte County people in
Yeah,
here.
I'm a BPU guy now. I've been there 14 years.
Wow, so it's like the evil empire people talk about.
Yeah. But we're both went to Turner. Grew up at Turner. Moved to Piper like 7-8 years ago. And yeah, man, KCK
I
through
think
and through.
our kids play on this. I don't know the same soccer team, but
I'm sure. Yeah. We see each other a lot.
Yeah. So you guys been friends since high school, I take it, and then
Since grade school.
You guys, grade school,
Yeah.
and then you guys kind of had a cool story. You talked about a little bit before on like how you came up with the concept of starting a bourbon was like at your wedding, right?
Yeah.
We had what was it? 4? There's 4 of us. So there's myself and Derrick, and then Sean, who spent some time at Turner, and then Matt Gibson is another founder of ours. We call it Turner South, but he went to Shawnee Mission North, and so we're all from the area. But we were all in Derrick's wedding, and that's how kind of everything came to fruition. Was at the wedding. I mean, it was incubated at that point, right?
Yeah.
We should all do something together. Obviously, there was alcohol involved, but we're all like, man, we should do this. We should do this.
All great ideas start with some bourbon.
Yeah.
Beforehand.
And so luckily, Katie and Derrick getting married was.
Wait, so were you part of this conversation, or were you like on the altar, like dancing and everything?
Oh, we found some time. Me and Katie, we were lucky enough to get married in Punta Cana. So we made a whole week vacation out of just going out there, and we were super lucky to have probably around like 60 of our friends and family. So throughout the week, I mean, we had our conversations, and that's kind of where it just spun out. Just talking to them and saying, hey, we should do something. Me and this guy had kind of had discussions about it a few months before that. It was a great idea that we were kind of just brewing in our mind. And then, like he said, I mean, everything just kind of came all together once we got Matt and Sean. They are 2 great minds, to kind of add to the bunch of us.
Yeah.
So
were you guys like? I take it you were bourbon people beforehand, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm real big into the spirits game. My brother and I like making the cocktails. My brother's been a mixologist for a little bit now. Worked at a local Kansas City, Missouri side, Noir. It's a nice little speakeasy. And so we've been real big into the spirits game and diving more and more into the bourbon lifestyle. Bourbon's a really cool community, man. They love camaraderie. And really, if we go all the way back to me and Derrick's kind of conception of this 19th hole, it really did start with me and him at first. It didn't really go anywhere until we brought the other 2 guys on. Me and Derrick being members at Dubs. Shout out Dubs Dread.
shout out Dubs.
Yeah, that's right down the street from me.
Yeah, another KCK establishment. Me and Derrick and Matt are all members there, and the idea kind of really started there. And I text Derrick. I said, hey, man, I got an idea. Nothing ever happened after that. We're too focused on the golf game.
Yeah, we're trying.
Until we brought the other guys
our
on.
own bourbon. Like, all right, whatever, man.
Yeah. It was just an idea, and Derrick's like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. Nothing really happened until we brought the other guys in, and we got a lot going on. I got kids. Matt's got kids. Sean lives in L.A. Derrick was getting married. He's been gone off and on, you know what I mean? And so it's been a thing, but here we are.
here we are.
It started in February, really hit the ground in June, and now here we are.
Yeah, you guys sped that process up. Yeah, some people take years.
Yeah.
And you guys
moving light speed.
Yeah, like 6 months. Like, all right, let's fucking do this shit.
Yeah.
So, so you're at the wedding, and then, I mean, did you already come up with the name? You said you had the name before?
Yeah, it was an idea. I mean, the premise of the 19th hole was, everybody gather around and kind of do what we're doing here and have a cocktail, recap the round. And so me being the bourbon, not savant, but I'm just so in the spirits, I was like, man, we should do something with that. We're now diving into the golf lifestyle. Let's do something to merge the two.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we did, man. I looked it up, and I thought it would be a great idea to throw that golf ball on the top.
That's damn cool. That definitely sticks out.
Yeah, that's
see it back there if you guys can't see. I don't know if that's in camera yet.
Yeah, it's been pretty cool revelation to see that thing. The original golf ball they sent us was a massive golf ball, and I was like, that ain't gonna work. No. So it's been.
How does that happen? Like, how do you? I know you guys kind of went from, take me to the process of making the juice and the bottle and the look, and how did you come up with everything?
Sean really took that ball and ran with it. I think it's something that when we got back home from conceptualizing everything and realizing that we're really going to do this, Sean took off. He started the emailing of everyone. Mm-hmm. So we knew we had to do 4 things. One of them being, the juice.
Yeah.
And I hammered the table for Bardstown. So Bardstown is one of my favorite companies.
Yeah.
Bardstown Bourbon Company's been exceptional with helping us out. Shout out Lance at Bardstown. They've been awesome. So we needed to get the juice. We needed somebody that can do all of it.
So did you just call Bardstown and say, hey, we want to make our own bourbon?
We reached out to multiple companies, and I really wanted Bardstown, so I was kind of eerie because they're a big name. Well, lo and behold, they were all about it. So they're all about they do a lot of contracting, and they have the bottling process and all that. So we emailed them. They shot back right away. We emailed multiple cork companies to come up with a different mold and ideas, label companies, and then bottle companies. So we needed the 4 things. Took a while to get the last 3. The cork was a nightmare, but here we are. It worked.
We got it.
But the bottling and the labeling was a fun process, and it really we ran into people that really helped us out, right? And that's kind of what we wanted to. What we learned about the bourbon industry was that everybody's been really helpful, and but yeah, that's a big testament to Sean and what Sean was able to accomplish with getting that ball rolling on, because it's a lot of emails back and forth and a lot of things done over email that really not everybody has time for, and Sean was able to make that happen.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how that happened. Those 4 things. Once we got those things taken care of, then everything else was kind of. It's been a whirlwind, to say the least. So
did they speaking of the juice, did you guys have to was it multiple here, sample this, or did you guys kind of give them a mixture of what you wanted, or?
Yeah. So when we took a trip down there, and Richie was, huge. He told all of us, man, Bardstown Bourbon Company is where it's at. They're just a great company. They do great stuff. So we went down there, and we were able to do a lot of sampling, man. They gave us a few different options of kind of what we were looking at. And, ultimately we were able to land on this delicious 4 grain. And, it stood out to us. We definitely wanted to have a juice that was, a lot of everything they have is pretty much great quality, but we landed on this bourbon here that we felt really appealed to a lot of people.
Yeah.
It was going to be, sweet, on the front, have a little bit of spice. People were going to really be able to enjoy it. And, the 4 grain, it matched with golf so well. I mean, on our bottle, it says FORE, just a golf term. So, I mean, everything just seemed to kind of slide in perfectly.
4 grain. I get it.
The wordplay.
Yeah.
That's normally what we're yelling when we hit.
Yeah.
4. So for the people that don't know, tell the people of what 4 grain you guys are talking about.
Yeah. So normally like a I don't know, like a Buffalo Trace or any of these other just high rye type of bourbons, you're going to have a high corn. Well, obviously bourbon from the jump.
51% corn or more.
Exactly. And then American oak barrels.
Yeah.
So there's obviously rules with bourbon. But with the 4 grain, a lot of our normal bourbon excludes the wheat unless you are a wheated bourbon.
Yeah.
And then they'll exclude the rye. And 4 grain, and it's got everything. So in this particular mash bill, it's got 60% corn, 26% rye, 10% wheat, and 4% barley. And it's a grain, or it's a mash bill that Bardstown was, when they originally gave me the inventory list of things for me to send out to try, they would send me samples and I'd try them out.
Yeah.
Anything from like 2 to 3 years up to like 6 or 7 years. And so they would send them out in little bottles and we'd try them out because we're not going to trek all the way down there unless we kind of hammered down, I don't know, 4 or 5 different mash bills. So the one that kept coming up was the 4 grain, because originally we would blend. So we would blend a high rye with a wheated bourbon to get our 4 grain mash bill, but it would be 2 or 3 different mash bills in the one.
Yeah.
But they had this particular mash bill that they had over a span of, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 years that we really hammered down. So this is a 6-year 4 grain that Bardstown is really high on. They have a lot
6 years.
of.
That's
It's a 6-year,
good.
yeah. And so, and since we're over 4 years, we don't necessarily have to age state it, but it is 6 years, and you could taste every bit of it.
I like that because nothing against like, cause I've been in bourbon for forever, like the last 15 so odd years I've been drinking bourbon, but it's like sometimes when a newer bourbon comes out or a new company comes out, it's always like a 4-year statement.
Yeah.
Like that's always the first, because it's the quickest thing they can get out. They get it out quick so they can sell it.
Yep.
Which is, it's always good. But me, along with, I think a lot of more people, like they like an older age statement because you get more flavor, get more, character to it.
Oh, yeah.
And so, can you turn it up a little bit? God, it's too quiet in here. Sorry.
That's all good.
But yeah, I'm glad you guys did 6-year because I think you can get more flavor from that.
Oh, yeah.
And
yeah. 6 years normally where you want to start when you get in with like, as a consumer, like 6 years kind of where the benchmark is, right? Getting into 10 years and stuff like that's where you're getting into your good bourbon. Us starting off, we wanted to try to set ourselves apart from the rest as far as what would justify a price point of $65, $70.
Absolutely.
so that's how much it is?
Yeah.
So it's $65, $70. It kind of depends on the area, depends on the avenue of purchase, but that's where we're at. That's where we sit at. And it allows us to, I think it's a justified price just because of the luxury bottle, the luxury cork, and the 6-year bourbon.
Yeah.
A lot of bourbons start off, like you said, you got bourbons that are not, they'll start off 26 months to 3 years.
Yeah.
And they have to age state it. Us, I think that, we were able to, get out in front a little bit. And I think that again, it's a testament to Bardstown. I definitely wanted the weight behind that, weighted the name, or that weighted name behind us. And
I'm glad you guys went to Bardstown because I saw the advertisement and I thought it was just like, I was like, no way they went to Bardstown.
Oh yeah.
And now I'm hearing it, I'm like, that is awesome because like you guys got a big boy in the industry to stand behind you guys and say,
and they're just breaking ground on a huge. They're expanding their facility, their bottling facility, and we're excited, man. We're excited about the partnership. We have some things in the incubator. We're going to be working on a toasted barrel.
Oh man!
And we're going to also.
Then he said barrel proof too.
Yeah, barrel proof will be coming out hopefully in the next few months.
Yeah.
I don't know how long we'll leave the toasted in the barrel. So the barrels are purchased. We're just going to dump the 2 and put them in the toasted barrels here shortly. The barrel proofs are ready to roll. I'm just waiting on labeling.
What's the proof on it?
So the proof on these, the proof on so we had, this is an 8-barrel run. So this initial first batch was 8 barrels.
So how many bottles come out of 8?
It's about 2,100.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're about halfway through. So they're running it down. I mean, people like it. And we're not even in distribution yet. So we're looking, as soon as the distributor hits, hopefully even by February, we got another 3,000 bottle run coming up here in the next few months.
Okay, before we keep going, I want to try this. I know we keep talking about it.
Let's do it, man.
I need to relight this too.
It always happens. I'm the one asking questions. You guys are talking, so.
You got another lighter?
This one, you can push it.
Okay.
All right. Do we open in this one?
That one should be open, right?
Yeah, that one's open.
You guys can. 19th hole bourbon. You got to try it out. So, as I'm pouring this, talking about this, what's the proof on it?
So that's a 90.
That's cool. That's cool. And it's got a good weight to it, too.
I'll say energy as the word on that cork.
Yeah. That was a movie. Let's just say that.
You guys get tired of drinking your own juice ever?
No. Actually, speaking of Bardstown, they had some cool collaborative series up at Costco that I just left.
So 90 proof bourbon, 6-year statement.
Yep.
4 grain.
As you can tell, it's got a crazy nose on it.
Yeah.
It's real
Got a
light.
nice color to it.
It's got a little bit of fruit.
I like the nose on it. Oh, that's smooth. That's good.
It's got a sweet start and then like a little bit of a rye finish.
Yeah, I can taste the grain. Yeah, the 4. Yeah, it's good. Well, cheers to you guys.
Cheers,
Far away
man.
cheers,
man.
We really appreciate
Thanks for having us.
you having us. Yeah.
Of course.
This is super cool.
So, tell me about the barrel proof. You said that.
So this was a lot of the samples that they sent me. A lot of the 4 and 5 year, they were running about 119 proof, 123 proof. This particular barrel that we got, it was 118 proof. But again, this was batched. 8 barrels were batched, so some of the other barrels could be different. But I think a lot of their 6 year, especially the ones from that lot, I think it's lot 19, which is funny that it's 19H.
9. Yeah,
It's pretty
smart.
wild.
Yeah.
I wonder if they did that on purpose.
Or they just told you. Like, yeah.
Yeah, or it's just an invoice thing. But a lot of those from that lot, I'm thinking that it's going to be anywhere from 116 to 122, 123. What I wanted to do prior to, because we just purchased 12 more barrels. And so what I wanted to do is make sure that we get like the highest proof set aside for like the toasted. I wanted that to go in the toasted barrel. And then somewhere around that 120 proof is where I want our 4 grain barrel proof to be at, out of that 12 barrels that we just purchased.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we're working on next.
Is that going to be like a limited run thing too, or just?
So it's just by limited, it's just we're just rolling out kind of what the demand is.
Out.
Yeah. And as things grow and as people like it, like I wouldn't say there's an endless amount that we can roll out, but I know that Bardstown and another thing is we can still blend. We're not hammered into one mash bill, but it is going to be a 4 grain. So this being the first batch, we could change things up.
Yeah.
We could do a different, like a separate batch, second batch, or we can do a change up to this 4 grain to where we can do a blend.
Yeah, it sounds like they're kind of giving you guys like kind of creative control over this, which is nice. Just, normally, you don't see that at like a big company. They're like, hey, all right, you want to buy bourbon? This is what we got, and then you can put your name on it, and so on. Yeah.
I mean, we as long as we purchase it, we can do whatever we want with it.
Yeah.
And they're behind us, man. And it's we've met a lot of cool people down there too. We were breaking bread with a lot of cool bourbon people down there that have some ideas of what we can do.
I was going to say they give us that creative control, but at the same time they're willing to give the help too, and just their knowledge in the industry. They're all ready to just give us as much as it's going to take to get us where we're telling them where we want to go. So we're meeting a lot of cool people, like he said down there.
I'm gonna take it. So it's in Kentucky. I know that, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and how far away is it from Louisville?
So it's an hour south.
Yeah, I've done the Bourbon Trail, I think 4 times. I love doing that.
Oh yeah,
Kentucky is a fun place to be if you're a bourbon.
Oh yeah,
lover.
you can learn.
Yeah, especially when you're making your own bourbon.
Yeah, it was fun. They rolled out the red carpet too. It was pretty cool to kind of be around and check everything out that they had to offer, and we got to play a lot of golf. Mm-hmm. Got to play golf with the Bar Sound guys, and it's been fun. We're excited about what we have, like with this product itself. I think that will be perfect in golf courses, but the partnership and the endless possibilities in the bourbon game will be fun to kind of dive into as we kind of grow.
Yeah.
And because me and him we kind of have ideas of what we want to do. It's just a matter of, it kind of depends on what people, do with the bourbon. If it takes on a life of its own, we can bring more, to the table, different options. I know how bourbon's gravitated to like the finishing. People like to finish their bourbon now. Yeah. As like a bourbon purist, it's not necessarily
it just depends on, like
it's got to be right.
Yeah. I like my bourbon neat, and I like it like that.
Yeah.
And especially barrel proof. Like I love what does it taste like straight from the barrel?
Yeah, so I have a little bit left over the sample. Uh-huh. And wild, but if you taste it, it's got like the rye. It's got more of a rye spice at the end, but it's not too hot. And like Old Granddad's 114, right?
Yeah,
that's one of my favorite bourbons.
It's good and cheap. Well, not as cheap anymore since people feel like it's an allocated bourbon, and now it's like it used to be like $20. That was like 35, 40 bucks. I'm like, what is happening?
Mm-hmm. But with that, it's got that rye spice. It's got that rye kick to it, but it's super good, super smooth. That's kind of what that barrel proof, what I envisioned when I taste it, was a little bit of play on that. So we're excited, man. And I can't wait for the barrel proof.
Yeah,
we've had a lot of people say, just cool off on the barrel proof, like focus on this. And we're like, well, we like the barrel proof.
Yeah,
absolutely.
So how difficult was it like to start all this? Like, I know it wasn't just like email and then let's get started.
Yeah,
man, I think we got to give it, on as far as like really just getting this snowball pushed downhill. Sean, man. Sean really just helped where a lot of people like to walk with these certain type of things. He likes to run.
Yep.
So he picked it up. He started running. Next thing you know, he kind of lit a fire under me. I had a fire going for this whole entire idea, just being a little bit of a bourbon enthusiast as well. But I'm seeing Sean set things up with the bottling company, set things up with the label, and just do one thing after the other. So I think, Sean we can give him a lot of credit for that for sure. Shout out.
He didn't even like bourbon, which is wild.
He doesn't even like bourbon.
He's like, I'm ready for the tequila. I was like, all right, cool. We're the bourbon guys.
I'm just getting into tequila.
Yeah, like
tequila's good.
We'll do the bourbon thing, and he's now starting to drink old fashions. He's starting to taste it. I was like, see, I told you, bourbon's all right.
Bourbon's great.
You'll like it. Yeah,
especially bourbon and cigar. Can't beat that.
You can't beat it.
Can't beat that. So go ahead.
To Sean's point, it's a balancing act. And so since he's so far out there, he'll call me. It's like 9:00, but it's 7:00 his time. I was like, listen, bro, I got to put the kids down. I'm like holding the baby. I'm like, hey, but he's literally getting off work. He's doing all these things. So that's really what we wanted to do. This has always been a passion project. This is what we wanted to do. We all have our own thing, right? I work what I work. He's got something going on. Sean's got something going on. Matt's got something going on.
So you guys probably all have full-time jobs still.
Yeah. Matt especially. Matt is the owner of KC Disposal. So this guy, he's running a full company that basically services almost every home in Johnson County, commercial. He's got a trash company out in Colorado too. So, collectively, we have a really great team of guys that, like you said, is a balancing act. We're just doing what we got to do to get things done to where what most people will do in a year, we've done in 6 months.
Yeah.
So,
you guys already have bottle concept, everything already out. And I know quite a bit of people that like own their own distillery and company, and you guys did it quick. Yeah. And it's good juice too.
It's happened quick.
Yeah. Cause a lot of times, like a company would come out with their first stuff and it's like, we need to work on it a little bit.
That's what I was afraid of. To be honest with you, that's what I was afraid of, is coming out and being lackluster. I didn't want a cork that didn't work. I didn't want a bottle that didn't look good on a shelf.
Yeah, you guys look like you've been around for 10 years already.
And that's been, and honestly, it's a testament to a lot of people that work with us.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the guys that work with us. Ryan Dunleavy in the Northeast, he's been our label guy. He's been fantastic to help us out with a lot of the nuances that are the labels. And then obviously everybody at Bardstown. The cork guy, he did a great job on the cork. We'll just leave it at that. But
we're not going to mention him.
Like, I don't know him personally, but the cork looks fantastic. It's just, it showed up at 8 o'clock the night before the bottling.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a wild ride.
But at least it got there.
It did get there.
Yes.
He told us, he's like, I knew I wouldn't let you down. I was like, well, we didn't think that. We thought we were driving to Bardstown with no corks.
Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah. So. It was a wild deal. So let's needless to say, it was a couple sleepless nights. But we made it happen, man. You know, we were running around like our hair's on fire, but we made it happen.
Exactly.
So how, I know, like, when I opened this business and, you know, being a business owner, it was scary as all can be to, like, finally bet on yourself on something. Like,
oh, yeah.
Was there, like, a fear that set in? You're just like, guys, I don't know. Like, I'm scared to do this, or it's a big step, taking a leap of faith like this.
Oh yeah, I'm a big devil's advocate. I like to weigh on the side of being safe, even though, like, in my own personal finances, I like to spend my money. I like to do my, But again, like my wife and I, we're careful. We do what we need to do to make things happen. But as far as the business goes, like, I tried to get in the construction game as a young kid. Like, my dad was in the construction game. And you see, like, the holes that can happen and everything just crumble, right? I always wait on the side of being safe, especially with the bourbon thing. A lot of the guys here, they balance us out. Like Sean, he's very optimistic. He's very forward thinking. Matt's been there, done that. I think me and Derrick wait a little more on the side of being cautious.
Yeah.
And so again, it's a balancing act. It has been wild, though. It's been a little surreal with actually coming up with something that it's tangible now. You can hold it and you're like, holy shit, this is ours.
You got the aspect of it being scary. I've been a business owner with a couple different companies. Matt and I kind of have teamed up on, but it's one of those things. I think whenever you make that decision to be a business owner, you kind of you learn a little bit over the years.
You're constantly learning. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But the biggest thing that I kind of fall back on is where there's a will, there's a way. And you want to have a attitude of consistency of like, all right, let's put boots to the ground and let's get this done. But you can figure it out.
Yeah.
You're gonna come across some type of hurdle. Not every day is going to be a sunny day.
No.
And you have to be able to, put forth that same energy, on the days where, court guy isn't communicating with you. Where, maybe your online sales aren't coming through that day. You don't panic.
Yeah.
But you kind of keep that attitude of like, all right, let's figure out what we got going on here and let's just fix it.
Yeah, it's a marathon.
Yes.
Yeah, everyone thinks that you're going to sprint to the finish line, you're going to get there. Like, no, it's a long drip. Like it's a long ride, and like eventually you'll get there, but it's not like overnight. Yeah. So distribution wise, you said so online, you can get it online right now, right?
Yep. Yeah, we can get it online, Shopify. Really, that's the only avenue as of now. Once we have our federal paperwork in, which should be any day now, we'll be in liquor stores middle of January, hopefully by February 1st, and that'll be in Kansas, Missouri, and then we'll also be in California. And now with everything being like so streamlined and there's so many different avenues of like distribution, there's so many like companies that will step in, and as long as an establishment like this has like a license and they can buy from a distributor, there's other states that we can probably get in if the company wants to buy it. We just have to get our personal state license for that state.
So you got to get like a license for every single state?
Yeah. Yeah. So that's a task in itself.
Yeah.
That sounds perfect for Sean.
Let's say, I'm sure like you guys are learning on the fly of like,
what
to do.
I mean,
because everyone thinks like, oh, not everyone, but like, I'm gonna open a bourbon, do a bourbon and do this, do my own juice, and then everyone's gonna buy it, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And they don't think of all the
It's been
paperwork
wild.
behind it, and all. Like you said, you got to get a license in every state to sell it.
I did it was like a 26-page packet to send into Illinois, and it was all just federal and state, just legal just stuff. And I went through everything, sent it in, and they hit me back almost immediately and said, "You don't even need that."
Oh,
Yeah, and that took me days to do. It was days to do
why'd
that.
you fill this out? You
And
just
so-
ask us.
Yeah, it's like you didn't need any of it. And then they sent me another one. It was like a 12 or 13 page paper. Filled it all out, hit me back immediately, and said that 4 of the pages cannot be completed until a federal thing that we had no idea about. And then the federal government shut down.
I
Yeah,
didn't
so
even
it's
think about
been
that.
it's been so as we say, it's been we've been moving fast, and it's been awesome to do. It's also on the flip side, it's been wild. It's been a lot that myself and Sean have dealt with as far as paperwork goes, but then also like Derrick has been in the midst of his wedding and his honeymoon, and
Yeah, you're a little busy too. Yeah.
and as we speak, Matt's on a cruise. We haven't heard from him in like 10 days. It seems like.
Hopefully he's alive.
Yeah, hopefully he's alive. Yeah.
I'm also a sales director for Honda.
Uh-huh.
So, I got a team of, I have some great directors with me to help me out, but, I'm managing about, 24 people on a daily basis. And, so.
Yeah, and then when you get off, you got this.
I tell them, I'm
wife,
like, listen, I don't have much of a personal life, outside, my wife is my life. But outside of that, man, it's, wake up, do Honda, get off, and do bourbon. So it's, but when you're passionate about it, I mean, there's nothing lost.
No, nothing at all.
There's nothing lost at all.
So your hopes are Kansas, Missouri, California.
California, and then we're also going to be out of Illinois. That's where our direct-to-consumer hub is going to be out of, a little south of Chicago. So we're going to go ahead and set up shop in Chicago. I have family in Chicago. And then we might also hit Colorado, since Colorado's right there, and Matt frequents Colorado.
Yeah.
We could have those 4 or 5 states right off the jump. Oh, and Kentucky.
I was about to say Kentucky.
Kentucky.
It's got to be a must.
Yeah. So since we're already there in Missouri and Illinois, we might as well hit Kentucky. And then since we do everything through Bardstown, we don't do the bottles and the labels and all that. That's subcontracted out, but we send everything to Bardstown, and they do all of our bottling.
Yeah.
So since we do that and we contract out of there, we'll be in their gift shop once we have.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
so that'd be
awesome.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially
And-
the downtown location too.
Yeah,
Open.
that would be cool. And we met some people down there, and that was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun to meet them. And so it's, I mean, if we can do those 4 or 5 states, I think that would be a good jumping off point.
And I know that I'm not telling you guys something you don't know, but I'm sure that you're like, we got to get in all the golf courses. I mean, it's an easy buy for a golf course.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no bourbon that has a golf ball on the top of it. I mean,
That's
an easy sell for any golf,
That's our hope.
Yeah.
That's our hope.
Yeah.
We need to get at Dubs. Hey, jump on this, be the first.
Oh yeah, Dubs, Spencer and Blaine up at Dubs, they're ready to go. We just can't until we have all of our legalities.
Yeah.
But Taylor also at the bar, she's going to have it right up at the top for us.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And again, it is an inspiration from Dubs. This all kind of started at Dubs. Dubs is the home course. I mean, that's what we call home.
I got to get a membership there.
It's awesome.
So I'm hoping, like me and my buddy David, we were talking about getting a membership. We play there all the time.
Yeah, I think I've seen you up there with some tournaments.
Well,
and
that's
stuff.
probably I'm selling cigars most likely there.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
I
you
want
were
to
at the
play
BU tournament.
Yeah, but I like playing. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't mind making money.
Well, that's our problem too. Is that the tournament we sold all the bottles prior to the tournament, and then once we got in the cart and took off at the Monster Mash, we didn't sell any bottles. So it's like, oh shit, are we going to play or are we going to sell?
Yeah.
So we need to hire somebody to sell so we can
Yeah.
go play.
Exactly. Yeah. So what is your I guess what's your big overall goal with this bourbon? Like, let's say 5-10 years down the road.
I think, and I was kind of mentioning when you mentioned the golf courses, is we would love to be, a highlight at every golf course in America.
Yeah.
You know, I think that would be kind of a dream for us, you know, of just having, you know, any golf course that has a restaurant, a bar that you walk into and, you know, you see a shelf full of bourbons and tequilas and whatever you see up there. And you see this thing with a golf ball on top of it. I mean, if you're getting to select a bourbon, I'm going to select the one with the golf ball on it.
Yep. Especially if it's good.
Yeah.
And it's good.
Imagine if you open it up and you like it.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, how many times you see a weird looking bottle and he's like, oh, I want to have that. I want that bourbon because that bottle looks so good. And then it's not very good. Yeah. So to have both, I mean, it's a no brainer. To speak on what I want Derrick to quit his job and I want Sean to quit his job.
Yes.
So those two guys quit their job and they go play golf. They don't have the kids yet. Me and Matt got kids. We got families. We're not quitting our jobs anytime soon. But if we get these guys to go out and sell, that'd be perfect. That'd be perfect.
So quit your job, Derrick. Just quit it.
That's a 5-year goal.
Yeah, 5 years. Maybe next year goal.
You know, if it were to take off, of course, you know, which we definitely believe that it has the potential to do so. You know, you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Right. And
you got to be.
We're ready to make that happen. We're ready to make it happen.
And I tell people, you know, that start off a business like this or anything, like you got to be 100% all in.
Yeah.
Because if you're halfway in, your business is not going to make it. You have to be all in, and like you got to do whatever it takes for it to succeed.
Yep. It's your baby.
It's your baby.
It's your baby.
Something that somebody told me, and it stands true. Owning a business, even your own bourbon company, it's like you have a newborn child that never grows up because you're constantly worrying about it. You're constantly taking care of it. You're constantly doing things for it, and you're going to be doing that for as long as you got the company.
As long as it's around.
Yep. Yeah. And I was like, oh, that is so true. Yeah.
Well, also too, like I will say, like being KCK guys, the revitalization of Strawberry Hill, and seeing what you did here, and seeing, you know, Beverly's going in over here, and like a lot of the revitalization of Strawberry Hill, being a KCK business, you know, and like we're starting up and going. I think it's cool. I think it would be cool to see us grow, you know, alongside with what everybody's doing down here. If
you
we
guys
could even play a part in that,
a distillery down here,
that would be perfect. That would be
That's
perfect.
one of my goals, is open a distillery. So get there before I do.
Well, that would be
so I don't have to spend the money on it.
Right.
seeing the changes being made down here. It would be cool to be part of that.
Yeah,
you know, it'd be cool. And I'm in that leadership thing. And shout out to Van.
Oh, you're in Leadership 2000?
Yeah.
Oh,
shout out Van.
I was the class 29.
Yeah, class 39.
Yeah. Damn, I'm old. Fuck.
Yeah. So shout
out to Van.
Seeing the road where we did the bus tour and all that, and seeing everything down here, and then everything, the attitude adjustments after the courses.
Yeah, you go to all the bars.
Yeah, go to all the bars and check them all out. And me, you know, we're from Turner. Like, we wanted to do anything, we would normally just go to the Johnson County side. You know, didn't really know anything about Piper.
There's a lot more to do in Wyandotte County now.
There is. So it's cool to see, and I would love to be a part of that. When you speak of like 5-year goals and things like that, I think it'd be cool to be a part of. So.
What was I going to say? Lost my train of thought. You talk about Van leadership. Yeah, man. Shout out to Van.
Yeah, Van's the best.
Damn it, I lost my train of thought. So you got this bourbon, and you got the barrel proof coming out. You got the toasted barrel coming out. Anything else? Like, I'm like super stoked about everything else.
I mean, it depends on how it depends on this year, how everything goes as far as our rollout distribution strategy. You know, we have these 12 barrels allocated to those 3 products. I think me and Derrick want to get in a little bit of a finishing thing, and that would just be those would be like limited runs, right? We'll do something. We met a guy down there that owns Independent Stave Company, and he specializes in selling barrels and stuff for finishing specifically. And maybe we could do something like that. And then,
or you could do a barrel pick for the shop.
Well, that's kind of where, that's where I'm leading to, as far as like I want to get Dubs involved in making a pick for Dubs. I want you to do a pick and get where we're from, right? The heart of Kansas City, to get involved and have their own little, you know, slice of what we got going on.
You guys got to be the first Wyandotte County bourbon company.
Got to be. I don't know any. I mean, I'm sure we might not think of somebody like. I know a little bit of West Bottoms is on the Wyandotte County side, isn't it?
Mm-mm.
Is it
That's
not?
Casey Moe.
It's all Casey Moe.
Yeah. That river cuts us off.
Yeah. So it's
I know we got Strawberry Hill Brewing Company. They're like, I don't know if they're the first beer one, but they're down the street.
Yeah.
But you guys got to be the first bourbon one.
And we're sourcing everything, so like we don't have a home yet.
You're from Wyandotte County. You got your own bourbon.
We just don't have.
Bourbon Company.
I want a brick and mortar spot where people could come in and check it out. Right? People come in and set up shop and sit down and taste it. And all that. I don't have that yet. We're gonna get there.
We'll get there.
Oh, I forgot. Range 23 is out there in Bonner. They're one of the first ones too.
What is it called now?
Range 23. They're in Bonner. They're a beer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, that'd be dope if you guys had your own spot. And
a little brick and mortar spot like Holidays got up in Weston. You come in, post up,
that
buy
is
some
a
merch.
beautiful distillery out there.
Oh, Holidays! I love Holiday.
Me too. We get spoiled because we have Rieger, Holiday, West Bottoms, and I know there's like Restless. There's quite a few.
Yeah, you got Union Horse and Lenexa.
Yeah.
And
especially with like Holiday's got a beautiful distillery. Rieger is one of the best distilleries. Like,
Rieger's
they got
awesome.
everything. They got a restaurant. They got a bar. They got a tour. I mean, that is great. Fantastic there.
Yeah.
So you got
some
your
exciting stuff.
Do what?
I said we got some exciting stuff to come.
So have you ever, I guess, looking back like 5-10 years ago, like you think you would ever be here right now? You guys talked about it before.
Yeah. I couldn't have thought about it. I don't think that I would have pictured myself as a co-founder in a bourbon company 10 years ago at all. 10 years ago, I was, running a trash and recycle bin company, a cleaning company. And that right there was my baby, right? So that's where I saw myself, going forward. And, moving on from that, it's whenever I got out of being an entrepreneur and getting into the car business. And I just couldn't get, being an entrepreneur out of my head for like the last 8 years. So, once he texted me and, we started kind of chit chatting, and then we got Sean and Matt spitballing with us and just really pushing this thing off. I was like, yes, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. I'm ready to go. So never would have thought, a bourbon company.
Yeah.
As I've gotten older in age, though, and my hobbies have changed, I used to be like a huge softball guy. I was playing softball like 3 nights a week, beer leagues, just having fun with the guys. But I kept getting hurt. Man, I was
catching up with you.
It was catching up to me, dude. I like shattered my face at one point, got hit with a line drive.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. So I tore my groin. I mean, it was just a handful of stuff.
How old
where
are
I
you?
was like, I'm 35.
Oh, you're not even that old. Fuck.
Man, but I feel it.
I guess.
I feel every bit of it.
Get all the injuries of a 50-year-old man.
Yeah. So, I mean, I really got serious into golf, and I'm like, I love this.
Oh, I love golf.
I'm stuck, right? So
as you get older, everybody gets into golf too.
Everybody
Absolutely.
does. Everybody does. I didn't like golf at all until I got into it.
Yeah.
It's the best sport ever. That was a big football, basketball guy. And
Yeah.
get on that course, and it's like, I don't care how great you are in any other sport. Golf will humble you very quickly, because it doesn't matter how great of an athlete you are. Like, if you don't have your swing correct, your stance correct, everything, like, that golf will humble you.
It is fun,
and then
though,
it
to get
like
out there with
brings
the
you
boys.
back in. Like, you be playing like 13 bad rounds, and you hit one good ball. You're like, ooh, I love this game.
Those are the shots that always get you to come back.
Yep.
exactly. But that kind of goes into like a little bit of the 19th hole deal, right? I mean, one big thing, I think a word that just resonates with 19th hole bourbon is camaraderie. And my dads, they're 60 years old, right? I'm not going out and playing softball with my dads. That's not anything that they're doing. But I can get out and I can enjoy time with, my family. Some of the older guys and girls in my life. We can get out on the golf course. We can have some fun, and the round's not over at 18.
No.
So we have the 19th hole to just really like keep the fun going. Keep
Even
the
like
vibes
the
going.
league nights, up at Dubs, you kind of like break bread with the older guys up there. You kind of like hear what they had to say. I'm sure that happens a lot here too. Like when the conversations start, you start picking people's brain, that have been there, done that. Even on the golf course.
Yeah.
Like if you're trying to improve something, you got an old guy that's just like, man, tempo. It's all tempo. You just start picking these guys' brains, and you have it over a glass of whiskey. I mean, it's cool to see where this could go. But yeah, man, speaking of, I thought I'd be in construction. And now I'm like pushing a product. So it's totally different. Totally
now you're
different.
A salesperson now.
Yeah, now I'm a sales guy.
Yeah.
So that's not really the vibe that I thought I'd have growing up. But you know what?
Yeah, but you're selling
I don't
something
mind
that you love and you're all the way behind.
Yeah. And I mean, there's a lot of pride in what we got going on, like and seeing where that kind of came from. So it's easy for me to sell it, and I don't have to break my back doing it. You know what I mean?
That's nice.
So tell me about the first time you guys got the bottle. Everything looked right. You got it. Like, what did you guys do? Did you guys like open it up, have a big party, or?
First time we actually had the juice in the bottle was the day of the bottling. And we all signed 4 of them. Or we signed 5 of them. We signed 5 of them. You guys all got signed copies. And we drank the one that I got because I didn't really care to sign it. But and then Lance, the guy that helped us do all this, Lance got a bottle on his desk at Bardstown. But we drank it on the golf course. So the first bottle we ever opened was on the golf course. And we smashed that thing.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I mean, we were taking straight pulls from this thing.
Yeah, we went to the restaurant afterwards. They were making old fashions with it. It was a whole,
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool deal. But yeah, so the first time we saw that cork, the weight of that cork, we have like sample corks that were a little lighter. The first time we ever saw the cork on the bottle, like the full Encompass product, right, was the day of the bottling. So
you said it was like hours before the bottle.
Yeah, it showed up. We were on the golf course. It was the day the plane crashed in Louisville.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, we were on the golf course at Heritage Hills. It was in on the Indiana side, right? Yeah, it's on the. I think it's on the. No. It was south. Yeah, it was in between Bardstown and Louisville. We were playing golf.
Lebanon.
Yeah, and they plane crashed that night, and we had just gotten a text that the corks had made it. But it was that same day, and the very next day we bottled. I mean, 8 o'clock in the morning, so 12 hours prior to the cork showed up in a van. Of all things. 14 boxes of 2,500 corks show up in a van.
You guys didn't have to put them on, did you?
No, but they have to hand put each one of them on.
Put them on.
Yeah, so it doesn't fit in their machine. So we're on the single file or the single line where like the bottles all come through, but then they have to hand.
Hopefully they weren't cursing you guys. Like, are you serious? We got to do all this by hand?
Yeah, it was pretty wild. And on top of that, we had a production problem where the corks made it too tall to fit in the boxes they came in.
Yeah, it sounds like you've like had nightmares about this.
Oh yeah, but the guys at Bardstown, they say it's the first run. Once you get through the first run, everything goes smooth after that.
Yeah.
We hope so.
Yeah, and it's business, right?
It's business, yeah. You're not going to get everything right the first time.
No.
Yeah, it'll probably look different 3 years down the road.
Well, that's what I've been saying is that, I've followed so many different bourbon companies that have changed, right? Like Tequila Ocho, they just changed their bottle. After all those years, they changed it to something that looks a little different now. We could throw a curveball out there if we wanted to, But, yeah, I like the way it sits on the shelf.
Cool. So, before we end it, tell people how they can find the bourbon and why they should drink the bourbon.
So you can find it. You can go right now. The only way to get it is through 19thholebourbon.com, right? There's going to be a buy now button that you can click. It's going to take you right to our Shopify, right? And you're going to have 2 options there. Right now you have 2 options, right? That the second option is going to go away, but you can buy the bottle. Right now it is $69.99 DTC, which is direct to consumer, but we have a promo going on. So this is a good little spot for that. We are actually, for the 12 days of Christmas that we started, it's going to go a special that goes through Christmas. You're going to get $5 off the bottle, and we are going to donate $7 straight from us, from the proceeds of that bottle sale, back to the First Responders Golf Foundation. Shout out Steve Pope.
Yes, yeah.
Yes,
I think I'm going to have him on here soon, too, the podcast.
Yes, he's an awesome guy, and he truly, really cares about the, mental health of all first responders. My brother is actually a first responder. My sister-in-law, they're both first responders. So, that foundation does a lot of great stuff, and he's super involved. So, if you can go on, you're going to get a discount there if you buy just the bottle, but we have also the Founders Club. So the Founders Club, you're going to get $10 off if you use the promo code 12 Days FC.
12 Days FC.
12 Days FC. But if you go on there and you're in the Founders Club, you're going to get the bottle, but you also are going to get one of our 19th hole bourbon golf towels, as well as some exclusive perks that not everybody's going to get. You're going to get like shout out. You're going to be able to get a weekly newsletter that's going to let you know about. Is it weekly or monthly?
It'll be a monthly newsletter, and we're gonna do like special pop-ups, tastings, like you had talked about here.
Yeah.
We're gonna have like sign-ups through that, and then they're gonna get first access to any bottle releases. See, mind you, like you gotta think, like the barrel proof. There's only gonna be like 200, 300 bottles of that barrel proof on this first run. Any of our founders are gonna have first access to those bottles. As we roll out these things, as we throw out tasters and teasers out there, anybody that signs up on this early jump, this early, stuff where they sign on to be a founder, that's kind of what we wanted, is somebody that is kind of taking the leap of faith with us to give them first access to some of that stuff. And we've gotten a good response to that. So that's another option. They get $10 off of that deal.
But we're raffling off a barrel.
Yeah, we got 3 of the barrels left. The original barrels out the first batch. We're going to raffle off to our founders.
Cool.
Yeah. So it'd be kind of cool to have.
Yeah.
It didn't say our name on there because we're sourcing. But
still your bottle. You guys
still ours,
it.
yeah.
Yep,
it
exactly.
still had the juice in it,
Yeah.
So I had the juice in it.
So why should somebody buy and drink it?
Well, I would say that, we're KCK guys through and through. Like, we're cut from that cloth, and I think people from here know that. Like, they kind of know what I'm talking about. There's a lot of effort that we put into this, and I think it kind of comes through when you have that pour. But really, it's all about like we have been preaching this entire time, camaraderie. I think it's something that you can break bread over. You can have after dinner drinks, after round drinks, and it really suits that atmosphere.
Yeah,
and it's a good looking bottle.
It is, and it's good juice too.
Yeah.
And it brings people to the golf.
Yeah,
I think that's a huge part of it too, man. It's good juice.
Yeah.
A lot of times you can get, companies can get so focused on making it look cool, right? And just being something that stands out. We wanted it to stand out, and it definitely does that. But there was one thing that, Richie really hammered down at the beginning, and I was totally on board with, and I think all of us were, but that's just, we're not going to fall short of quality.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to have good stuff inside that glass bottle, and you're going to be able to enjoy it. You are not going to mind paying $65 for a bottle of just great bourbon. So.
Yeah, I agree. Good deal, man. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on. Oh, wait, before we end it, like socials, you guys got socials and everything?
Yeah.
Shout it out.
Absolutely. So everything is at 19th Hole Bourbon on Instagram and Facebook. That's where you can basically see all of our stuff. We have some awesome videos being put together.
You got some
great
marketing
reels,
stuff. Yeah.
Great marketing stuff. Please like, share, follow everything that we're doing. We are your like, share, and follow goes such a long way.
You ain't kidding. Yeah.
So big thank you to everybody who has supported us from the beginning.
Yeah.
And because on a lot of our posts at the beginning, we had more shares, it seemed like, than we had likes. So people were like ready to share our stuff before they even just clicked that like button, because that was too simple.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure you know this, but like, it goes a long way. You want to do business with good people.
Yep.
And I think that, we want to reflect that, like with our Founders Club and with anybody that buys from us, is doing business with good people. We want to give back, and we want to like shout out anybody that kind of helps us out along the way. Again, this is a passion project. We're not doing this because we have to. We're doing this because we want to.
Yep.
And we want to enjoy it along the way.
Yep.
And we want people to enjoy it along the way as well. So that's what we're really about, what we're all about, really.
absolutely.
So,
well, I appreciate you guys coming on, man. I can't wait for the tasting here.
Yeah,
I know
thanks,
we
man.
just planned it, but
That's right. That's okay. We're ready.
yeah, and I can't wait to get a bottle. And I mean, this is some good juice, man. It's
well, this one's yours.
oh yes. Well, that one's mine and nobody else's.
Yeah.
But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming on, and make sure you guys whenever you can, get 19th Hole Bourbon. You can get it online and hopefully in stores in January.
Yep.
And thank you guys for coming on. I really appreciate it. Like, I wish you nothing but success.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You as well.
Yeah, thank you guys. Make sure you guys like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Make sure you follow us on social media platforms at Strawberry Hill Podcast, and we will catch you guys next week. Out.